Hello guys, oh my god. Hello guys and welcome back to Planet 40k. So we're on number 5 or part 5 of this mini-series. I was planning on doing this yesterday, but as you probably can tell by my voice, I kind of got a bit ill last night. And normally I'm up at sort of 5-6 in the morning. It is now 2 PM and I've only got up about an hour ago. So yeah, I've been a bit ill. That's why I wasn't able to get this last video out, which is for the Awakened Dynasty. So this, of course, was our index detachment. And some of it's the same, a lot of it's different. So we're going to go through the changes in this video for the Awakened Dynasty. That's basically the 5th and final detachment we've got in our new Necrons Codex. Before we do, guys, of course, we've got our giveaway ongoing, so check that out if you haven't already. It's really easy to get involved in, and it's completely free. Worldwide, there's 9 epic prizes, so yeah, get involved in that. But I'm going to get through this video with this throat. Come on, let's go. Right, first of all, command protocols. That was the detachment rule. It's pretty much unchanged. It's still a +1 to hit for a unit that's being led by a character. Now, I can say, in fact, it's probably been slightly buffed because Canoptic Wraiths can now be added to the mix in terms of having a unit that naturally can be led, because now they can take a Cryptek. So you can argue that it's slightly been buffed by not by much. Not by much. The enhancements, we've got the Sovereign Corona, which is now called the Phasal Subjugator even. It's got a new name. It has been nerfed slightly. So it's still a +1 to hit, but it's for non-character units within an aura. Now, that's pretty much as it was-ish, in a way. I mean, if you had a character in the unit, you're getting a +1 to hit already. But the difference here is the unit that you're putting this on in the aura, they're now not getting the effects of being led. It's just a +1 to their hit roll. So the stratagems are all said if the unit is being led by a character or the Sovereign Coronal, they were gaining an extra buff from the stratagem. That's no longer a thing anymore. In order to gain that extra buff within the stratagem, they need to naturally be led by an actual physical character within the unit. So that's another nerf. Well, that's a nerf. Veil of Darkness is as it was, nothing different there. Good, one of our strong suits there. The Nether Realm Casket, which replaces the Hypermaterial Ablator. Now that used to give the unit stealth and the benefits of cover if they're being targeted by more than 12 inches away. Now it's just stealth. We don't have the cover thing. So that's been nerfed as well. So another nerf there. And the final one, which was a Septonal Weave, it's been changed to the Energetic. No, not Energetic. That's not what that says. Enagic. I'm not sure what it says. You're going to have to go with me. Dermal Bond, basically. Let's call it the Dermal Bond. So it's the new Septonal Weave. It's 4+ Funo Pain Save that we had previously. However, it can't go on the Transcendent Catan Shard anymore. So that's a big nerf, because that was the way to play. That was what you saved the enhancement for. Now, the next point of call would probably be the Command Barge. Maybe you'll see more Command Barges, because they've got the Invuln Save, as well as the 4+ Funo Pain Save on top of that. And don't forget, the Command Barge also has the Advanced Quantum Shielding as well. So it is quite a tanky thing. It's just that we had the Transcendent Catan that used to take this enhancement. But, I mean, the Catans in general now have a 5+ Funo Pain Save. I still don't know the answer to whether they've kept their halving damage ability or not. But we'll see, we'll see. So that's the enhancements. Majority of them have been nerfed. And, yeah, let's move on to the stratagems. Protocol of Undying Legions, it goes unchanged, but Warriors this edition, well, this codex, have been changed. They've taken a huge nerf because their ability, their numbers as Legion, has been damaged, because instead of having the, what was it, a D3 + 3 or D6 to their reanimation, it's now just a re-rollable reanimation roll. So the max they're going to get is 3. The chances are you're going to get if you get a 2 or a 3 anyway, you're probably not going to re-roll it. So it's only really when you roll a bad roll of a 1 out of the D3 that you're going to use that. So bringing them back isn't as easy. Not only that, the Canoptic Reanimator is only a 3-inch aura, not a 12-inch. So that's another problem. The Resurrection Orbs on the Overlords, they're a problem because they're only now once per battle. So you're not bringing them back as often. So the Undying Legions, I mean, yes, it's probably now the best of all of them, but we're only getting up to D3. So maybe we see more Ghost Arcs. Don't know. Maybe we see more Ghost Arcs. I mean, I like Ghost Arcs anyway, as you guys know. Protocol of Sun... start that again. Protocol of Sunstorm, that is pretty much the same. Don't think there's any changes there. And the Protocol of Hungry Void, it is the same, except now Wraiths, of course, have a leading character if you want to take a Cryptek. So they'll gain the extra bonus to the minus to the AP because of the stratagem having a character leading. So extra strength as well as extra bit of AP with a character. The Protocol of Eternal Revenant. This now replaces the Eternal Guardian stratagem. This one has actually been buffed. It's one of the very few things in this detachment that has been buffed. So previously, when you lost a character, you do the Eternal Guardian stratagem and he pops back up instantly. Now you wait till the end of the phase and then he comes back, which is good because the amount of times where your opponent had leftover attacks that could just go back onto that character that's just sprung up and then it just kills him again. And not only have you just lost your character again, you lost a CP on top of that. It was just pointless. So end of the phase is a good thing, it really is. The Protocol of Conquering Tyrant, I think it's a nerf, but you can class it as a sidestep. It's different. So it used to be full rerolls to wound for the unit, and it is now rerolls of ones to hit at half range, or full rerolls of the hit rolls at full range. Now the reason I think it's a nerf is because this detachment already hits pretty well with the Command Protocol's ability, a +1 to the hit roll with a leading character. We're already hitting quite good. However, it will be pretty good for lethal hits, fishing for more, you can now fish for 6s for the lethal hits, as well as sustain hits as well. And if you've got Plasmancers and things like that, or Locust Lords, you can fish for them. So that's a sidestep, I'd say. That's okay. And the Protocol of Vengeful Stars, this one has had a massive change, in fact, completely different now. Used to be able to, as soon as you lose a model in the unit, you can just fire as if it was your shooting phase. It was better than Overwatch, it was really good. It is now 2 CP, but that's not the only change. The major change here is it's triggered when a Necron unit is destroyed. So not a model, an entire unit is destroyed, and a character unit within 6 inches, so it's a situational situation right now, a character unit within 6 inches can immediately shoot at that enemy unit that's just removed your, the destroyed unit. So that could be good for your Locust Heavy Destroyers with a low. It has to have a Lord, in fact. You need to have a character unit. So a Locust Lord will need to be in the Locust Heavy Destroyer unit or a Locust Destroyer unit. Maybe it's a Silent King. That's a character. Loads of weapons there. Maybe it's a Void Dragon. Pretty good at shooting there. I think it's situational because you need A character unit within 6. B, they need to be within range. C, they need to have line of sight. There's just a few problems with it. And it's 2 CP as well. So I'm not keen on that one. I mean, I preferred the old Vengeful Stars. And if you're ever going to use it, and you have to plan for it, you need the right situation to come. Because it's not one of those that you throw away. It's 1 CP, I'll just do it. It's 2 CP, you're not just going to throw it away. So if the situation isn't there, you're not going to do it. And I think that was going to be quite rarely used, to be honest. So overall, it's still a decent detachment. I mean, I think we've got at least 2 of our new detachments are better than this. The Canoptic Court as well as the Hyper Crypt Legion. I think they're better than this detachment. I still need to do some more digging with the other detachments to work out if they are better. The Annihilation Legion I'm not that impressed with. And the other one, the Phalanx, I need to do some more work with. That one's a bit more tricky for me. It's not my kind of style. But all I can see in this detachment is a lot of nerfs. I mean, the Transcendent Guitar not having the enhancement with the Feel No Pain, Undying Legion stratagem not being as effective, the Sovereign Coronal, well, the new version of that, losing its effects with the stratagems, losing cover with the new Hypermaterial Ablator stratagem. These to me are big things, and these are what kept our units up and running. And if they're not as survivable, then we're not going to do as well. That was our game. We weren't killing much, but we were surviving. And if you look at the meta watch, like Necrons are not exactly top tier. We're not even middle tier. We're sort of just below the middle. I can't remember the exact percentage. It was 40-something% win rate. So that was with that index detachment. Now, of course, we've got 4 other detachments to play with. So maybe we go up the ladder slightly, or maybe not. I don't know. But I think this detachment overall has been nerfed so I don't feel like I'll be using it as often. I mean, we've already played the hell out of it anyway, because this is what we've had since, you know, 9th edition, 10th edition. It's all we've had, so it's going to be more enjoyable to try out the new ones anyway. But there's not really a lure to say, you know what, go and play the other, you know, the index version, because it's been nerfed. It's worse than it was. So I think they've done a bit of a bad job with this one, and I won't be playing it for a while. But yeah, you guys will have to tell me, are you still using it? What are you doing with it now? Are you changing things up? Are you going with Immortals over Warriors now? What are you doing with the Seven-Toner Weave? What are you doing with the Seven-Toner Weave now? Well, it's not the Seven-Toner Weave, it's something else, isn't it? Let me go back, let me get the correct terminology. It's the Dermal Bond one. What are you doing with that enhancement? Are you putting it on the Command Barge? Because we never used to bring Command Barges, really. We would only bring it for the Resurrection Orb, if you don't have like an Overlord or something. But the Resurrection Orb's been nerfed, so that's another nerf. It's just, yeah, struggling with this one. But guys, that's it from me today. I'm going to now crack on with my countdown to Christmas, because I actually prepared 24 videos, and this is all mixed everything up, so I'm going to have to go back and do a lot of work. But yeah, look out for us on the 1st of December. That's our start of our countdown to Christmas. I'll see you then.